Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, March 14th. Time for a daily situation awareness brief. Here we go. Updated numbers from the Rio Grande Valley sector of unaccompanied alien children and detainees: 107 UACs, 788 total. And yesterday we did receive a major disaster declaration, 4263 for Louisiana, and that's for the storms that began on March 8th and are continuing. No new notices or bulletins from the MTAS, no new SEER events, no current PDAs ongoing, and no FMAGs. Now we'll take a look around the region. Brian is here in the Region 6 studios. Will tell us all about what's going on. And first I will let you know that Arkansas and Louisiana remain at level 3, as does Texas, with New Mexico and Oklahoma at level 4 normal operations. No updates for the IMATs. Team 1 is in Arkansas, Team 2 is in Texas. We also have a liaison officer in the Texas SOC. For the storm shelters, first of all, I will point out here on the map, if it'll let me. There we go. All these blue crosses are these shelters that are open. And notice they are next to the purple gauges, which are in major flood stage. So you can see how the shelters coincide with where the major flooding is. Go figure. Shelters, 2 in Arkansas with population overnight of 12. There are 16 in Louisiana with a total population of 252. None in New Mexico or Oklahoma. 7 in Texas with a cumulative population of 88. Power outages have about 3,300 in Arkansas, 2,300 in Louisiana, none in New Mexico, 1,400 Oklahoma, and less than 1,000 in Texas. While these continue to fluctuate, they are trending downward. Let's see here. We will now turn it over to Brian for the latest and greatest update on the weather.
Okay, good morning, everybody. First, we'll give a brief weather update, and then we'll give a status on the rivers. The good news is the radar is clean right now. There's no showers or thunderstorms really to worry about currently or for today or tomorrow. We're going to have 2 solid days of dry weather across the region, which is really good news there. Out west, we do have critical fire weather conditions, red flag warnings for eastern and southern New Mexico into West Texas, and that's about our only impact as far as the weather is concerned for today. Taking a look at the rivers, we do still have major flooding ongoing over Louisiana and into east and southeast Texas, and we have 2 areas we're really keeping an eye on. The lower Sabine River in southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana, and the Pearl River in southeast Louisiana. Both of those areas are expected to reach record to near record flood stage over the next couple of days, and so that's what we'll be working pretty hard here in the RRCC. So there is the current status, just zooming in a little bit. You can see the major river flooding over Louisiana and into east and southeast Texas. The Sabine is forecast to reach its peak at the Deweyville area tomorrow evening and into the Orange, Texas area by late Wednesday, early Thursday. And then the West Pearl River at Pearl River in southeast Louisiana is forecast to crest near record flood stage this evening with possible impacts to I-10 by tomorrow evening. So as far as the actual weather hazards are concerned, just the enhanced critical fire weather out west for today and tomorrow. That area moves a little bit further up to the north into northeast New Mexico, the panhandles, and northwest Oklahoma. As far as rain and thunderstorms, really pretty quiet today, tomorrow, and most of Wednesday. By late Wednesday, we do have a frontal system that'll be developing along the Gulf Coast that we'll be keeping an eye on for some increased shower and thunderstorm activity. So we could have some areas of flash flooding and isolated strong to severe storms along the Gulf Coast in southern Louisiana into southeast Texas for Thursday and Friday. So really clean on the precipitation map today. No rain forecast, so very good news there. And then you see there in the lower right the 5-day forecast. As I said, most of that activity is going to occur in the late Wednesday to Friday time frame from southeast Louisiana westward into southeast Texas. So that's going to be our next weather system we'll be keeping an eye on. Drought monitor will give you an update on Thursday, and it should be pretty clean. We should have very little drought across the region except deep South Texas and maybe some areas in New Mexico. Space weather is quiet today and then picking up tomorrow. We do have a minor geomagnetic storm forecast, but really no impacts to the region with that storm. And then things start to back off a little bit on Wednesday with no impacts there as well. And that is all I have unless there's any questions.
Thank you, Brian. If no one has any questions, the National Weather Service, please type in the chat window or speak up if you're on the phone. And Gary, I will get to your question right after this briefing. There's a look at the internal events going on in the region today and the rest of this week. And last chance, well, any questions? Again, type in the chat window or speak up on the phone. And again, let's see, there's the national days for today, because every day is some kind of day. Today is National Pie Day, 3/14/16. And lastly, there's a look at Brown Road in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Let's keep an idea of what we're doing and why we're doing it. All right, this concludes today's briefing. Thank you all for attending. I'll talk to you tomorrow.